Hello, my name is Victoria. I am the creator over here at Golden Goodies, and you clicked on this video, so I know you want to see how I made this smooth and creamy caramel crunch frappe body butter. So let's check it out. I separated my butters into 3 bowls. The biggest bowl has the shea butter. Then I have my coconut oil, and which is that one, and then I have my mango butter, and then I also have my kokum butter. So now I am going to take my shea butter and put it on top of my double boiler. I have water boiling in that pot, so the heat from the hot water is going to melt my butters. So right now I'm going to add my mango butter and coconut oil into the bowl, and I'm also going to add my kokum butter. So now that I have that added, now I am just going to let that sit and melt down. However long that takes, sometimes depending on how big your batch is, it can take like 15 minutes or it can take like 45 minutes. Typically, if I'm doing a bigger batch, I would usually do it in my crock pot instead of on the double boiler, so I don't have to have a big old bowl and possibly have a big old mess. So now it's just melting. It's pretty much fully melted here. So I'm going to be taking it off the pot in just a second here. Yep, if you move the oils around and move the butters around a little bit, it usually helps it melt quicker. So that's all I was doing there. So now you see I have taken the bowl off the double boiler, and now I'm just kind of just mixing it up here. And the next key thing to do is you want to check the temperature of your melted butters. I'm going to be adding vitamin E, and 142 degrees is too hot to add vitamin E oil to the mixture. It will burn all of the antioxidants and it will be useless. So I let my butters cool down for about 15-20 minutes until they are under 130 degrees. That's a safe zone for the vitamin E oil. So I've already done that. So now I'm going to add the jojoba oil. And as you can see, I do have my bowl on a scale, so we want to make sure that we are measuring all ingredients. We definitely don't want to be free pouring or eyeballing any of these ingredients. Now you want to just continue to mix it up. Make sure the jojoba oil is fully incorporated with your butters. Now that my jojoba oil is mixed into my butter mixture, I am checking the temperature again, and as you can see, it is now at 126 degrees, which is at a nice temperature to be able to add the vitamin E. You don't want it over 130 degrees. So now I'm just adding my vitamin E oil, and then I'll do some more mixing. Now I am going to add all of my melted butters and oils to my mixing bowl, which I am going to use with my KitchenAid mixer to make my oils into a nice fluffy body butter. You can also use a hand mixer if you want. It's just going to take you longer. You'll probably be mixing for a good 30, maybe 40 minutes. So at this point, we are going to add our melted butters and oils to the refrigerator. We need to give it time to start to solidify, but we don't want it like hard and frozen or anything like that. So just put it in your refrigerator for maybe like 30-40 minutes. Your partially solidified mixture should look like this. If it doesn't, then you might need to leave it in there a little bit longer. And if it's too hard, it's solid, you might need to put it back on the double boiler and let it melt a little while longer. Here you can see me scraping the hardened butters and oils from the sides of the mixing bowl. We just want to push those towards the middle of the bowl. And now we are ready to start mixing. Okay, so once your butters get to about this consistency where it's fluffy but it's not like poofed all the way up, you can go ahead and add your fragrance oil or your essential oil now. Adding any ingredients while the mixer is on, you always want to make sure the mixer is on low. Have it on like a 2 or a 1 even, because when we're pouring and we have the mixer going, the fragrance can splash all around and make a big mess, and we do not want to do that. At this point in the process, the body butter has the consistency where it is actually pourable. So I know not everybody wants to pipe their body butters. So in this case, you would actually go ahead and pour your body butter into your container now, as you will watch me do here. Okay, now I'm going to show you a close-up of the pourable body butter. So it's still in a liquid state right now, but it is going to solidify and it will still be nice and soft and fluffy. If you don't want to pipe your butters, you can stop there. But me, I like to pipe mine, so I let it sit for about 15 more minutes, whipped it some more until we reach this consistency. Now this butter is ready for piping. At this point, I am separating the butters so that I can add color to one of my batches. So the bigger batch is going to be colored with the caramel mica, and that's going to give it my coffee color. And then the other batch is going to be left white for the whipped cream. Okay, I really need you guys to pay attention to this part. So this Glad press and seal is going to be like your saving grace with this body butter if you don't want to make a mess. So I'm going to lay the press and seal out. Usually when I'm doing big batches, I like to add 2 pieces side by side. This is not a big batch, but I'm going to do it here just for demonstration purposes. So I'm going to lay 1 piece of press and seal out, flatten that down, and then I'm going to add the second piece. And you just want to overlap them just slightly there, just so it can be as like one sheet. And you just press and seal, so you just smooth it out. Then you're going to add 1 of your batches of butter to the press and seal. Just kind of just slap it on there and make a vertical line or horizontal, depends on how you're looking at it, but just go up the press and seal so that once you fold it over, it can go into the piping bag nicely. And then you're going to fold it over again, press and seal, so smooth that side out, and then you're going to fold that other side over, press and seal, smooth. Now you want to twist one end of the bag as to seal it off, because when you are piping and you're putting the pressure on the bag, you don't want the butter to squeeze up and out of the other side of the bag, making a whole mess. So I'm just going to make these little pouches for both of my batches of butter, and then we'll add them to the piping bags. Alright, it is now time to add our press and seal butter pouches to our piping bags. As you can see, I have two different size piping bags because I have a small batch and a larger batch. I'll add the bag sizes in the description. I don't know them right off the top of my head. But now you can see that I am cutting off the tips of the piping bag so I can add the piping tips to the bag there. Yay! So the piping bags are prepped and ready to go. So now it's time to pipe. At this point, I am adding gold jojoba beads to the top of the body butters. These are supposed to be my crunch for the caramel ribbon crunch. They just look really cute, and it's just little bursts of oil. So they're cute and they help keep your skin moisturized. Yes, so this is the final product. Look at that swirl. Don't they look so beautiful? And I promise you they smell even better and feel so luxurious on your skin. So thank you so much for watching. Please like this video and subscribe, and we have more videos on the way. Thank you.